I honestly can't believe this. Like, overcast day, beautiful, middle of bloom, migrants coming in, and I'm walking around with my head down trying to find We're currently in peak bloom. As you can see behind me, the trees are looking just fantastic. So many flowers, and I thought I'd spend the next few days photographing birds that are coming in because we've had some awesome days of migration. So there should be some interesting species showing up, and I'm hoping that they'll stop by here and use some of these fruit trees to pick off a lot of the insects that are in them. So my plan is to move up and down each row, trying to find where the birds are hanging out and hopefully trying to photograph them in these beautiful blooms. This is such an exciting time of the year where everything's coming in and everything looks alive for the first time in months. This is the area for tree swallows, and there's about 20 nesting pairs right now, so there's tree swallows absolutely everywhere. The past couple of days they've been mating and gathering nesting material like crazy, so they're gonna lay eggs very soon. And what's nice about here is this used to be just like a plain open field, but we added a bunch of perches, just some dead branches that we found, stuck them in the ground. We added some nest boxes and some brush piles, and the tree swallows and other birds are using this area now way more, so it's great to have them pushed into this area where it's more out in the open. And it's so easy to photograph them like this just because they're sitting outside their nest box in some of the trees that we put up. So you just really have to line up a shot, get a good background, maybe get some nice light, and you get some pretty good shots of tree swallows. I'm gonna line up a few of them, and I'll also put some of the footage and photos that I got from the past couple days, and then I'll continue moving through the orchard. There's a waxwing right up there. I don't know if you can see it. It's perched right in the tree. There's actually a few of them. Yeah, you can hear them. Oh, it just took off. But they're landing in the trees and they're eating some of the flower petals. So I want to line up that shot and hopefully get some footage of it because I don't think I've captured that before. Don't you just love when there's one cloud in the entire sky and it's blocking out the early morning sun? Lovely. I don't know if you could see that nuthatch that just went in. Try not to make too much noise, but last week I was filming this nest over here, and when they were first starting to build the nest, I filmed this really interesting behavior, which I didn't know they did, but it's called bill sweeping. What they do is they crush up an insect and they start rubbing them against the entire exterior of their cavity, their nesting cavity. And people aren't 100% sure why they do it, but apparently it's just to mask the smell of the nest, which is really, really interesting. So I think they go for really specific insects that have a certain smell that can easily mask the smell of their nest box. So it was really cool to film that and figure out that that's something that they do. Yeah, these nuthatches definitely have young now. For the past week or so, the male has been champing it. I've been staying here and just watching the nest for like half an hour increments at a time, and he's coming in like every 3 minutes or so on average with an insect, and he was feeding the female every time. So it's pretty impressive to see how quickly they can catch insects. And I watch him where he goes, and he has his little honey holes where he's like almost guaranteed to catch insects. and it's been a lot of spiders. They catch a lot of spiders. This is why I like working in the orchard here, is because I can go a few rows down, position myself behind some trees so they don't really see me and I'm not really a threat or anything. And I can just watch them, observe them, photograph, film them, and just enjoy the day. So I love doing stuff like this, and in the next coming months there's going to be even more and more nests, so it's going to be great to be able to do this, stay well hidden, and still get some great footage. Wow, it's so alive this morning. A lot of birds singing, a lot of birds active. I hear a warbling vireo, actually 2 warbling vireos right in front of me, and I hear a yellow warbler. So I'm going down this row right over here. So I'm going to try to, I think I'm going to go for the yellow warbler first. Hopefully I find that. Warbling vireo, there's about 3 to 4 pairs right now that are actively singing the entire day and just like active chasing each other. So I have more photo opportunities with them. So I'm going to go for that warbler first, and let's see if we can find it. So I'm filming this on my phone because about half an hour ago I lost that yellow warbler, and apparently at the same time I lost my vlogging camera. So I have no idea where it went. I don't know when I lost it. I usually just keep it in my pocket, zip it up so that it's good, and it's lost somewhere. And I've been weaving in and out of each row until I realized I lost it. So it could be literally anywhere, and on top of it, it's been raining for the past half an hour. It just stopped. So we're on a kind of like a rescue mission, and there's a yellow warbler calling right behind me. We're on a rescue mission for the vlogging camera now. And along the way, I found a Cedar Waxwings. There's actually 20 today. So I think more and more are coming in and staying in the area. And I think they're getting more comfortable with me because I was able to get down really low. Oh, great blue heron. There he goes. No time to actually take any photos or film this, but I'll do it with my phone. So yeah, those waxwings are slowly getting comfortable with me. It's really hard to pass up photographing waxwings. They're just such beautiful birds, and especially with the blooms. So I kind of really need to find this vlogging camera because we do drive tractors all along here, and obviously they get crushed. Actually, speaking of getting crushed, the other day I was about to drive a tractor through an area, and I just decided to do a little nest sweep because I saw some sparrows that were acting kind of weird, and I found the nest. So we're able to flag it off and make sure we don't drive or run over it. There's a great-crested flycatcher. I haven't photographed one this year. Did you hear that? The kind of like, I can't imitate it. I can't do a call. Where are you? This is torture to be having to like look. Oh, there he is. Okay, 1 sec. I'm gonna put you guys down. There he is. I honestly can't believe this. Like, overcast day, beautiful, middle of bloom, migrants coming in, and I'm walking around with my head down trying to find a camera in the grasses. Are you kidding me? Oh, what a waste of time. Oh, I found it. I found it. Yes. Oh man. Oh, it's soaked, but that's not bad at all. Not crushed. When I ducked under this irrigation here, must have fell out of my pocket. All right. Great. Okay, we're good. Okay, well that was annoying. Let's get back to birding.